says find the equation of the line that's perpendicular to negative 2x plus 5 and goes through the coordinate point negative 2, negative 5. Okay? So, if it's perpendicular, what does that mean? They're going to equal. No. Does it mean they look like this? Or does it mean they look like this? Intersect. Okay. So parallel is what we call these kind, right? When they're parallel, the slope is that's the domain. They're the same. The slope is the same for parallel line. So if they're the same and they never touch, what do you guys think they're going to be if they're exactly intersecting like this? Opposite. They're exact opposites of one another. So currently, my slope is negative 2, right? I want the slope that's going to be opposite to that so that it'll be perpendicular. So what's the opposite of negative 2? Positive. You're right. We do need to change the sign. I also need to flip the number over. Well, currently it'd be negative 2, which is the same as negative 2 over 1. So it'd be 1 over 2. Positive 1 over 2. So I change the sign and I flip it over to make it opposite. Okay. All right. So now I know what my slope is going to be. They also gave me a coordinate point, which is some x and y value, right? So now I'm just going to plug in what I know. So what did they say y was? Negative 5 is equal to, what did we say we want our slope to be? 1 over 2 times x. What do we know x is? Negative 2 plus b. Do I know what b is? No, that's the one thing we don't know. So that's what we're looking for. All right, so what do you guys think we should do first? Multiply. What is 1/2 times negative 2? Negative 1. So I got negative 5 is equal to negative 1 plus b. Add 1. Right. Nice. Okay, so now that I know what b is, I can write the equation. So y equals, what did we say our slope was? 1 over 2, 1 over 2x, and what did we find out b was? Minus 4. So there's the equation of the line perpendicular to the one given that goes through that coordinate point, negative 2, negative 5. Okay. All right, so on to today's lesson. Like I said, we have now practiced simplifying the radicals. We know how to do that. If the number underneath is too big, we can fix that. Now we are going to be adding and subtracting them. So it says there are 2 steps in this process. The first is to simplify if possible. So that's already what we've been practicing. Okay? If possible, simplify it. After you have completely simplified it, it says you can combine like terms. So if they're not like terms, I can't put them together. Okay? So that's kind of like having 3x plus 3y. Can I put an x and a y together? So when I say like terms, I mean the number underneath your square root, whatever's under there, has to be the same if they're going to be called like terms. So for example, here, is the number under the square root the same? So these are what we would call like terms. So I can actually add them together. So this would be like 4x plus 5x. What would that give us? 9x, okay? Same thing, but with square roots.
Oh, so it'd be 9 square root of 7?
Yes. So you don't do anything with the square root of 7. You only add or subtract the numbers in front. You're going to treat your radical just like you would a variable. The same rules apply. Okay? Huh? Oh, well, they do get a little bit more challenging than just this one. So this is 9 square root of 7. Okay? All right, on number 2. I got square root of 11. So are these like terms? So can I subtract? So 8 minus 2 would give me 6. Do I do anything with the square root of 11? Nope. So it's just 6 6 square root of 11. Okay. Number 3, I got 7 square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 2 minus square root of 3. Remember, I can only combine them if they're like terms.
So with 7 square root of 3, is that minus square root of 3?
Yes. Those are like terms. What's the secret number in front of this? 1. Right. 7 minus 1, those are like terms, would give me 6 square root of 3. Do you have any other like terms? These ones, right? Right here and right here, they both have a square root of 2. So I've got 2 minus 3, which is what? Negative 1. So negative 1 or just negative square root of 2. And that's where I'd have to stop, because there's no more like terms. Okay? All right. All right, on number 4, I can simplify what? What multiplies to give me 6 and has a pair?
No, the 3 square root of 6 and 5 square root of 6.
2 times 3 is 6, but does that make a pair? So I gotta leave it. I gotta leave the 6 alone. Okay. All right, so I have 3 square root of 6. Any like terms?
Yes, sorry, 5 square root of 6.
5 square root of 6.
Negative 2 square root of 6.
So 3 and 5 would give me,
Oh, yeah, 8 on each side.
well, what does it say in front of the 5? Right? So I got 8 square root of, okay, and then what do I have after that? Right, and that's where I have to stop, because now there's no more like terms. Okay. Now on number 5, we got a pretty big number under this first one, so surely it simplifies, right? So this is where we do what we learned the last few days. What multiplies to give me 192?
2 and 96.
What is it? 2 and 96, okay. 2 and 48. Okay. What'd you say? 8 and 6, okay. All right, what about 8? 4 and 2. And 3 and 2. So there's another pair. And what about the 4?
How that'd be broken down?
So we got 3 pairs to choose. What do I do with multiple pairs? Multiply. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, 8. And what was already out there? A 5. So 8 times 5. Yeah. 2 times 2 is, okay. So what is 8 times 5? 40. Okay, so this is going to become 40 square root of, what was, guys, what was left without a pair? Wait, no, over here when we broke it down. 3. Okay, and then we still have this minus 7 square root of 3. Are they like terms? Yeah, they're like terms. So what am I going to do? Actually subtract. So what's that going to leave us? Good. 30 what? 40 minus 7. 33.
Oh, I was doing 40 minus 3.
Okay. Number 6. I can't simplify the 3. You guys think we can simplify the 75? Okay, what's 75 break into? Okay, what does 25 break into? So it's a pair of 5s, right? Okay. So there's a pair of 5s, and what was already in front? What was already in front? Negative 2. Okay, so 5 and negative 2 is going to give us, okay, so I got negative 10, and what was left without a pair? 3. And then this in front, I'm just going to drop that down. Good. 5 minus 10 we can simplify. Can I simplify square root of 2? Can I simplify square root of 27? Maybe? Okay, let's give it a try. 9 and 3. 3 and 3. And that's a pair, right? Okay. So, I'm going to bring this one down. This one was just 25 root 2, right? Plus, we found a pair of 3's, and what was already out there? 2. So 3 and 2 would give me 6. And then what was left without a pair? Square root of 3. Alright, then we got 98. 2 and 49. Good. Right, we had a negative 3 in front. So what is 7 times negative 3? Negative 21. Okay, and then what was left without a pair? Got 2. Alright, so you guys see any like terms?
So you'd add 25 and 72, or wait.
There we go. So what is 25 minus 21? 4. So I have 4 square root of 2. And then 6 square root of 3. Alright, we got one more here. Can I simplify square root of 3?
No.
Can I simplify square root of 6? 6? Okay, 48, okay. So it's 6 and 8.
4 and 4.
Uh-huh. 4 and 2.
And then for that 6 and 3 and 2.
Uh-huh. That's a pair.
And 4 and 4 and 4 is 6 and 2. So there's two pairs of 2.
Uh-huh. So 4 times the 2 that was already out there would be 8. 8 square root of 3. Good. Okay. 9 and 6. Uh-huh. And 9. 3 and 3. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. The 6, hey, Keemon, the 6 will break into 3 and 2, but is it going to give me any more pairs? So we're going to leave the 6 alone. Okay. Alright, so I did find a pair of 3's. There was already a what in front? Negative 6. There's only one pair of 3 and a negative 6. So what's that? Negative 18. And what was left without a pair? The 6. So square root of 6. Alright, now I'm just going to bring down these first two as they were. We're not changing anything about them. So I got 7 square root of 3 minus 4 square root of 6. And it was plus this next one, right? Okay, so 7 square root of 3 and 8 square root of 3. What is it, Camden? 15. Right, my blanket's in the wrong spot. But 15 square root of 3. Okay, any other like terms? So negative 4 minus 18. Negative 22 square root of. Nice. Okay. Okay. So it's the same stuff as far as simplification goes. Okay, but whenever we are adding and subtracting, we can only put them together if they are